Number 36.
This is Brady. One more time.
A look back on all things 90s and 2000s. The movies.
Hey, guys. Oh, big gulps, huh? All right. Well, see you later.
The awkwardness.
That's hot. 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 This is hot. That's hot. That's hot.
This is really hot.
That's hot. That's hot.
They're hot.
That's hot. That's hot.
That's hot. That's hot.
Here's your host, Brady Broski.
How many That's Hots were you going to put in there? My goodness.
Should have made it a drinking game.
Yeah.
Next time. Little compilation of Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the most nostalgialistic podcast on the planet. Brady, one more time.
Do you have the unpopular I don't mean to cut you off, but do you have the button handy?
Floor is yours.
The new-ish Paris Hilton song is actually really good.
I haven't heard it.
It's like
Newish,
it's EDM. It's like her. It's within the last few months.
Really? No, I haven't heard it.
Yeah, it's like her talking over an EDM beat. It's
okay.
Anyway, go check it out.
Back to this.
Anyway, yeah, we're back. So what's the name of the podcast?
The podcast is Brady One More Time. I'm the Brady part. You know my partner in crime, the kickball king, a man who likes Paris Hilton songs. And if you want to make plans with this man,
yeah, good luck.
You have to do it a year in advance. That's what you do. It's Decadent Dan Ginsburg. Welcome. Welcome.
That's great. I was at Decadence. I don't know if that was intentional, but I was at the Decadence Music Festival for New Year's Eve.
Were you?
Yeah.
Who performed?
Oh, like every EDM artist ever, practically.
And where was that?
Zed, Millennium, Denver.
Oh,
yeah.
Zed?
Yeah.
And Millennium?
Oh, like that. It was a million DJs.
Damn.
There were like 30 DJs over the course of 2 days.
That's awesome. That's hot.
That's hot. That's hot. That's hot.
Very cool. Yeah, my New Year's was kind of low key. I chilled over here. In the suburbs, my wife's friend had a house party, so we did that. So we did a little bit
I
of that.
love a house party for New Year's Eve. I am not a New Year's Eve guy.
Yeah,
I am not a big like dress up and go do something fancy and count down to midnight.
Been there, done that.
I am like I want to be asleep at 1 so I can watch football the next day. House party is my jam.
Yeah, we had fun. A lot of food, a lot of drinks. And we did the Whitney Houston challenge. Have you been seeing these on social media? Where you have to try. It's I Will Always Love You, and you have to hit the beat.
Yes.
Right when it.
And
we did that for like an hour. That took up a lot of time. So
at the party. That's fun.
Party,
okay.
Yeah. So today, what we're gonna do, and this episode idea was born when you and I went to a show last month.
That's right.
When we were at Third Eye Blind.
Yep. Hell
of
a show.
Which was the second time that you and I have been to it.
Yes.
The first one was over in Northern
You had
Ireland.
to remind me that we had already done this before.
Yeah,
That's what happens when you reach our age.
The second one was at Aragon Ballroom here in Chicago.
Great venue.
One of my favorite venues and one of my favorite bands. Scale of 1 to 10, how hard was I fangirling?
I would put it at about a 9.5.
Yeah, a lot.
I got
Every
an
song.
iconic photo of you, from behind, just with your hands up, just like so in the moment.
So in the moment.
Yeah.
That's my.
I'm sorry they didn't play your song.
So I've been a Third Eye Blind. I forget. It's like, I don't know, 20 times almost. And I've been chasing this one song. It's called God of Wine. And it's the last song off the first album. And they play it like just about every show.
I really ruined
about.
it for you because I had the set list up from their last show and they were following it to a T pretty much.
And then the guy goes, and now we're going to play a new song instead.
Yeah.
Stephen Jenkins. Anyways, so I still have yet to see. Yeah, you did ruin it. Yeah, I'm 0 for 2 with you seeing that.
You haven't seen it, though, period, right?
No, I've never seen. There was one time me and 2 of my friends from high school went to a show, and actually we weren't in high school anymore. We had graduated. We were in college at this point. We had tickets to the show. We roll up in the parking lot. And we unfold the beer pong table and start setting up the cups and pouring the beer. This is like early beer pong era.
Oh, wow.
So nobody really knew what it was. Like literally.
I don't remember a time when no one knew.
Oh, yeah.
That must have been the couple of years between you and me.
You were probably in high school.
Yeah.
And so this little old lady on a motorized cart comes over and she goes, What are you doing? And we're like,
please tell me you played with her.
I said, it's beer pong. And she's like, what? Is this some sort of game that you drink to? And we're like, yeah. So you take the ball, right? You go like this. And like we're showing her.
Right.
And she's like, that is not allowed. They were very strict.
Okay.
So we got kicked out of that venue for life that day.
Interesting.
None of us were 21.
Well, that's probably
one of us was 21.
Important key of the story.
One of us was 21. Two of us were not.
Okay.
And so she's like, I'm calling my supervisor. Supervisor comes over. He's like, let's see some IDs. And I'm like, I forgot mine. And he's like, all right, either give me your tickets or we'll go talk to some police officers. We said bye. They said never come
Peace
back
out.
ever
Yep.
again. And
this
that
was
night,
probably before the now common workaround for that, which is to play with water and then just drink from your beer.
disgusting how we did that for so many years. Gross things in that cup. But anyways, that show we got kicked out of. They played God for Wine.
Of course they did.
So anyway, so the premise of this episode came from that concert because I was saying to myself and out loud that Third Eye Blind, which is their debut album, which is they play like the majority of their music at shows from because those are the biggest hits.
Yep, massive.
Was their debut album, and I thought, what is the greatest debut album of the 90s? And so here we are. That's what we're going to discuss today. I've got a couple.
Okay.
I got my top 3, and I have an honorable mention, but you said you got 2. I want you to go first.
You're still in the honorable mention role.
Oh,
I'm usually the honorable mention guy.
I am, yeah. So I want to see what you got.
Okay.
We're sticking with the 90s here.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. We can be very specific as to what actually is considered a debut album because there's a lot of artists that had underground albums or they were independent and then it wasn't like a major release. I'm saying like the major commercial release.
Right.
So don't add us when we say an artist is
Sure.
like, no, they had an album under a different name in 1993.
Right. First major full album.
Which everybody recognizes. So you go first.
Yeah, well, so I really heavily debated between 2, and I'm curious to see if I feel like at least one, if not both of mine, are going to be on your list too.
Okay, if one of mine is on your list, what we'll do is we'll play a compilation of Stephanie Tanner saying "How rude."
Okay,
Does that
great,
sound
perfect?
Does that make sense?
Yep. So I'm going to go with one. And speaking of technicalities, this was definitely her first solo album.
Okay.
But she was in a group that had albums prior.
I think I know where you're going.
1998.
Yep.
The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
Yep. I've got that.
Yeah.
That's number 3 on mine.
Okay.
Rude.
Yep. How rude.
I get it, Stephanie. I'm rude. I stole
talk
his.
about it, man. What an album.
I mean, first of all, I mean, historic in so many ways. Lyrics, the social commentary. She talks about, spirituality, being a mother, relationships. The crossover appeal that had as like an R&B hip hop album that you didn't really see R&B and hip hop albums winning. Like Grammys for Album of the Year, which it won. It won 5. That album won 5 Grammys, including Album of the Year, which
unheard of.
You didn't see that in those days, like ever. I mean, I still feel like to this day it's cited as not just one of the greatest albums of the '90s, one of the greatest albums of all time. And it had everything. I mean, it had huge hits. Obviously, Doo-Wop, that thing, massive crossover hit across every format. X Factor was huge. Everything is Everything was huge. I loved that it was never a single, but it had hidden tracks, which we could do a whole show about hidden tracks. I feel like we probably should at some point because that's a thing that I don't think anyone who was born in the last 20, 30 years probably has any idea what it was. Nope. But when we used to buy CDs, that you would see a track list, and then I feel like most CDs in the 90s had like 1 or 2 hidden tracks at the end, or sometimes they were comedy bits. There wasn't always music.
You had to wait.
Yeah.
You had to wait through silence.
Yeah.
Something's coming.
Right. Yeah. Sometimes there'd be like 10 tracks that were just like 5 seconds of silence, and then the hidden track would be like track number 50 or something.
Man.
But hidden track, her cover of Can't Take My Eyes Off of You, which won its own Grammy.
That was a hidden track?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it won a Grammy. That was one of the Grammy wins for the album.
That song
but
still
that,
slaps.
yeah, I mean, Frankie Valli, originally his song. But that, I mean, there's another very controversial opinion for you. But I mean, I think the Lauryn Hill version was as good as the original, if not better. I mean, just a perfectly done remake where she had her own style on it. It wasn't just a copy of the original, but it was just so well done. Mm-hmm. And I could go on and on. I mean, To Zion, great song. Lost
so
Ones,
good.
When It Hurts So Bad, like great emotional lyrics. I mean, there's no bad track on that album.
Some features too.
Yep.
Mary J was on it.
Yep.
D'Angelo, am I making that up? I think
that
D'Angelo
might be right.
Yeah, that album, and why it's on my list too, takes me back. You hear a song and it just takes you back to that moment, that vivid moment. I'm in Scanlon Hall freshman year and I hear this song, and I'm like, yo, somebody's blasting. Because in college, you want to play your music the loudest.
Yep.
Because you think you have the best music coming from your room. And I was like, I need to go. I walked down all the way down the hall. Never knew who this person was. I was like, what? I asked them. I was like, what is this? And they're like, oh, it's Lauryn Hill. I was like Fugees?
Right.
Like Fugees?
Right.
Yeah. I was like, oh my God. And then, it's just, that is such an iconic and important album, especially for culture and for the way, like you said, now we're taking hip hop serious when it comes to, critical acclaim.
Right.
So.
Right. It was so, the Grammys and the mainstream, cross culture awards were so rock oriented up until that, and some pop, but
and folk and
You didn't all that sort of broad genre. You didn't have R&B and hip hop getting such universal acclaim up until that point.
Right, and I believe that album, is in the Smithsonian.
It should be.
It's like a piece of art that they want to cherish. They want to be cherished and represent the country.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and I would also say, the Fugees had hits, obviously a few really big ones, one in particular, Killing Me Softly, but I don't think they were taken seriously as a critically acclaimed, talented group. They were more like a fun to listen to group. And then, so I feel like Lauryn Hill really came out of nowhere. I don't think she would have been, if I had asked you in, the year or two before she went solo, pick an artist from a group that's popular right now who's going to just blow up as a solo artist. I don't know that Lauryn Hill would have been on the radar. I mean, it felt like she came out of nowhere when that album dropped.
It's a good point. And also, we need to mention, after that album, I don't think she ever really had much success to the level of that. Definitely not to the level of that, but I don't recall I'm sure there's a ton of albums and lots of music she's produced that are great, but I can't remember something so big, and so mainstream from Lauryn Hill.
Yep.
Right?
I can't, not that I recall either.
That's a great one, Dan. That's a great one.
I mean, that's the thing. I had two albums that I felt like were so influential, but I mean, the reason Lauryn Hill takes the cake for me is just the cultural impact it had and still has to this day.
All right, what's your other one? What you got?
You want throw me one of yours, or you want to hear my other one?
Let's go.
All right, we're gonna go back 3 years.
Okay.
To 1995.
Okay. I have two from 1995.
It's gonna be great
Stephanie
if I got
Taylor's
both of yours.
Ready to go.
Jagged Little Pill. Hey, that's your number one.
On the same page.
Look at that.
Jagged Little Pill. And this is why I had the caveat before, because this wasn't technically her first album. Her first album she had, which was
Canadian.
It was like a dance. It was like a pop dance record
that went to pop.
That went to number one in Canada.
Yeah.
Fun fact about Alanis Morissette: an actress first. She was on the television show, the Nickelodeon television show. You can't do that on television. Do you remember that?
I mean, I don't really remember the show.
The Slime. That's where the Slime came down. She was on that.
That was pre Double Dare?
Yeah. That's where Slime started.
Got it. I never knew where Slime started.
This is the thing. These are the things, Dan.
Yeah.
The more you bro.
Interesting.
I mean,
Alanis
another
Morissette.
Jagged Little Pill. Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, go through the track list on that. First, all I really want was a favorite.
That could have been a single.
Yeah. It wasn't. No, it wasn't. It very well could have been. I would say Right Through You, Perfect. Those could have been singles. But getting to the singles, 5 massive singles off that album. You ought to know.
All number ones.
Yeah.
I don't think You Ought to Know went to number one.
Maybe not on pop.
Not on pop.
But
the others
Billboard.
did.
Yeah. You Ought to Know was, transcendent.
Let's give that song its flowers. Here's a female artist we knew nothing about. Comes out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know she was from UK. There's no internet then. Mm-hmm. And she sings this song, and it's like raw and grungy, and it's got like this awesome lyrics to it. And all of a sudden, we're singing along, and Down on You in a Theater, and all this stuff. And then we find out it's about Joey from Full House, Joey Gladstone. I mean, that actually makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, You Ought to Know, great debut single.
Yep.
But then
Hand in My Pocket.
Now we're getting a little more pop.
More chill, more poppy, acousticy.
Yeah.
Ironic. I mean, probably I would argue Ironic is the most recognized one from that album today.
I think I agree with that.
Also just massive on MTV, a big cultural moment. You had people probably the use of the word ironic went way up after that song came out, and arguments over what it means and what is ironic and what is just a coincidence
and misuse as well.
Yes. You learn one of my favorites, and Head Over Feet.
Head Over Feet's great.
5 massive singles.
It's a front to backer, no doubt about it. It's
33 million sold.
That's one of them. That's one of the highest selling albums of all time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah.
I mean, it also happened to fall in that era when everyone was buying CDs and going to Tower Records and Barnes and Noble and perusing through their
record store was ours. Really, real original sounding name. That was 1995. Wow. I remember listening to that. So you would have been a couple years younger. So were you?
I would have been 13 when that album came out.
Were you listening to it at 13?
Oh, yeah.
Did you have it? Did you own it?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
The CD.
Yeah, and we were. This was This was the year of my bar mitzvah. I was being played at my bar mitzvah party
because there was some explicit lyrics.
Yes.
Your parents were okay. They didn't care.
My parents were okay with that.
Okay.
I mean, I think they always took the attitude of, you're gonna hear it. You're gonna hear it one way or another. All it does is if we make it more forbidden, it just makes you seek it out more.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I remember I had the Snoop Dogg album,
Doggy Style.
Yep, with the parental advisory, and that had all the drawings and stuff in there. Remember, you get the little booklets. Yeah.
Nah, Alanis.
What about you? Did you?
Yeah. I was listening to that. That was one. There was a period where Super Nintendo, Ken Griffey Jr. Super Nintendo was in heavy rotation. So you listen to the CDs while you're playing video games. And that one, I remember that one was definitely on all the time, front to back. It was like that. The same era, same year. I want to say Oasis.
Yeah,
with the Sweet Morning Glory, like the Alanis album. Sad that I've never seen her yet. She's still on my bucket list.
I don't.
And she does a lot of
lot
of touring. But I feel like every time she's either here, I'm gone, or she's in Tinley and I'm lazy.
Yeah, that's fair. She did a little bit more stand the test of time compared to Lauryn Hill in terms of she had more success. Nothing that, I mean, it's impossible when you have a debut album that massive to ever match it. But she had successful big singles from at least 2 or 3 albums after that.
Untitled was one of them. Yeah, she definitely had a really strong career, and she was kind of a pioneer of that sound, right? Like after Alanis, here comes a lot more
imitation of that.
Solo female rock artists, and are becoming more mainstream, and then comes like Lilith Fair,
right.
And
Yeah, she was kind of the precursor to that. Yeah,
that kind of vibe.
Yeah,
cool. So you took 2 of my 3.
Look at that.
I guess we're
all these draft type things we've done. I don't know if we've ever had this much overlap.
The only other one I had was Third Eye Blind.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Talk about that album a bit, because I mean, it was a very,
It was. I mean, I don't think I'm in the majority with this one. This one just personally was strong for me. It was like at a time where I needed these songs. I mean, Losing a Whole Year was their lead single. That didn't really get pop play. No. Semi-Charmed Life was a #1 smash.
That was when
Jumper, #1 smash. Yep. How's It Gonna Be, #1 smash. Graduate dabbled a little bit, big on the alt chart. But for me, I circle the last 4 songs on the album, 11, 12, 13, 14. I Want You, The Background, Motorcycle Drive By, God of Wine. Here I am, almost 30 years later. And anytime I'm in like a specific mood and I just want to like get in my feels, go to the end of that album, those 4 songs, that does the trick.
Yeah.
So for me personally, and I think there's a lot of Third Eye Blind fans that will argue that was obviously their best work, most successful work that they've ever done. But that from start to finish is it's a masterpiece. And it represents everything that the band is. It's too bad the band couldn't stay together because everybody hated each other. But what's cool is almost 10 years ago now, in 2017, I went to go see them where we saw them at Northerly.
Yep.
And I'm like, I just got a ticket from, I think it was from here actually. And I went by myself. There's nobody was around or whatever, which is fine. And I'm standing there and I'm like, oh, cool. Losing a Whole Year. Nice. Good start. Oh, #2, second song, Narcolepsy. Awesome. 3, Third Eye, Semi-Charmed Life. Wait a second. they did the debut album from front to back.
Oh, wow. Except God of Wine?
Except God of Wine. They didn't do God of Wine.
They just stopped? That was the last
Stop.
track, right?
They
just
stopped. Oh, I think there was a storm. I think there was a weather.
Damn.
I think there was a weather. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Either that or I left early. Maybe I left early.
That would just be tragic.
Yeah.
Were you as obsessed with God of Wine at that point? You must have been.
I was.
There's
but
no
not,
way you left if you knew they were going track by track. You would not have
let's
left.
be honest. 2017, Brady's priorities were
Fair, yeah.
a little weren't what they are. God of Wine is my priority.
that was our T-Bucks days.
Yeah, my main priority in 2026 is God of Wine.
Yeah.
Then was not that.
Wine. Just
wine. Just literally wine. And then
by wine we mean
women.
beer.
No, I mean
women.
women. Okay, so my honorable mention was also from 94, 95? I want to say 94. This band came out of nowhere. And I remember hearing their debut single, and I was like, I like that sound. The song was called Hold My Hand. It was by Hootie and the Blowfish. Cracked Rear View. Another start to finish.
I'm mad at myself for not considering that one. I would have put that up there with Alanis. Yeah.
Yes.
That fantastic album. And huge hits on that.
Huge hits.
Time.
Let Her Cry.
Let Her Cry.
All I want to be with you.
Hold My Hand is back and popular again on country now, being heavily sampled by Scotty McCreery.
Amazing. Oh, that's right. That's right. So, I had to put Hootie on there. Darius Rucker did a nice little thing for himself. Went on and branched out.
We talked about going from group to solo, but I'm sorry, from
group to solo. He went from group to
group to solo.
Same thing. but the group was more successful than the solo. I think.
Yes.
I mean, I think. If I were to go see Darius Rucker, I would really, really only hope he plays the majority of Hootie songs, which I think he does.
I think Hootie at their peak was more successful than Darius ever has been, but Darius has been around a really long time and built a really wide body of country hits. But no, I mean, Cracked Rear View was massive. Yeah, I mean, that was another one I knew the whole album front to back.
Yep. Best New Artist they won at the Grammys.
Yep.
Let Her Cry won a Grammy as well. And they were it for a while. And they almost became that band that people they were too mainstream that
they got mocked a little bit.
Yeah, kind of like the Nickelback effect.
I was just going to say, they got the Nickelback treatment before Nickelback.
They did. But I think a lot of that had to do with their name because it's so fun to say. Hootie and the Blowfish.
Right.
So how do we do?
And there was a famous line from Fred. They had a song on the Friends soundtrack. And a line about getting blown by a blowfish.
Hold on a second. I know this. What is the Hootie song from Friends?
I Go Blind.
Oh, I Go Blind. So good. I love Hootie and the Blowfish. How do we do? Let us know which debut album from the 90s that we missed because we only gave you 5.
Yeah.
That's it. No, 4.
4, yeah.
That's it. 4 albums. So let us know. On Instagram, I'm at Brady Radio.
At DanG0482.
And then, of course, subscribe, share. What's the other thing?
Follow, rate, review.
Review?
Yeah, all of the things.
Is there a star?
Just click on the pod and
Yelp?
whatever.
Can they Yelp us?
Update the Yelp hours. Just here's what you do. You search for Brady one more time. Yep. You click on the pod. Whatever the options are at the top, any of them that you can do, we appreciate.
Yeah, just do all the things.
Yeah.
We like all the things. We'll talk to you next time.
Later.